All right, story number three. Big shout out to Dababy. Dababy, he's been under fire for the past few years. We have a video on this channel called Dababy Going Outside, and it's about how he handled his Rolling Loud appearance where he made statements that offended the LGBTQ community and referenced them having HIV. Okay, that really, really dropped his momentum down to, it really killed his momentum, right? And so Dababy had #1 songs, #1 albums. He's one of the most booked people in the world. I mean, 2019 probably to 2018 to 2021, 2020 maybe, 2021. Dababy was the biggest guy in rap. One of the biggest artists in the world. I mean, he had Suge, he had Levitate with Dua Lipa. You know, he had Rockstar. He had multiple #1 songs. From Charlotte, North Carolina, incredible rapper. His Blank Blank tape, I love his Blank Blank tape. Oh my God. I love Blank Blank tape. And he had a unique sound. And so all of the success that he was getting, I was super excited. I was excited to see that, especially coming from Charlotte. I used to live in Charlotte. And so Dababy always reminded me, visually from his visuals, reminded me of Ludacris, but more than anything else, he reminded me of T.I. Like, I felt like he was the new T.I. Here's a guy from the South who could rap really great, gets into a lot of conflicts, gets into gun-related conflicts, legal situations, and is always rapping about being the best. Dababy was always rapping about being the best. So after he did that on Rolling Loud, his career basically stopped. I don't want to say it stopped, but all of the investment, all of the industry support, all of the recognition he was getting across different genres, that all stopped. And in the video I made, Dababy Going Outside, talked about, like, man, dog, he did a whole lot of, he made that more difficult on himself than I think it had to be. I think a lot of times it's very easy to just be like, you know, my bad, right? And then you combine that with some things that were happening publicly with his relationship at the time, Danny Lee, that he was posting and she was posting. I mean, it was just a real ugly situation, in my opinion, distracting from how talented he really is. But Dababy can rap, and he has been fighting his way back one way or the other ever since then. He started dropping a lot of freestyles. I'll check his freestyles all the time. He's still kicking, still rapping. You know, he's still doing his antics. He's still coming with different antics. I saw him the other day. He bought him a whole bunch of baby oil somewhere. Shout out to Diddy, I guess. And he has a new album. He has a new album that dropped. It's called How the F Is This a Mixtape? And so he went on The Breakfast Club to talk about where he is in life and you know, some of the things that he learned from the situation. There's a significant portion in here where he talks about how he's needed therapy for a very long time. There's a significant portion in here where he talks about how he's so used to being the one in everybody's corner that he hadn't realized, or no one's ever really been in his corner holding him down. He shows his mom a lot of love and influence, which is something that bleeds through his music. I took a listen to the album this morning when I was in the gym, and he's rapping. He's rapping. But he's on The Breakfast Club talking about a few things that I think are really interesting, so let's take a look.
I like the organic, and I really wanted the organic. I want an organic climb back, you know what I'm saying, to the top.
I want an organic climb back to the top. An organic climb back to the top.
What I want, because then it's not, you know, I understand it for exactly what it is.
But you keep talking about being canceled. You keep talking about being at the bottom, climbing
I ain't
back
talking
to the
about
top.
it no more.
But I'm saying, but maybe I wasn't paying attention. I ain't see it that way.
Man, that's that.
He definitely was canceled. I mean, he was getting dropped from festivals left and right. He talks about it in this interview. I'm not sure if it's in this clip or not, but he said he was making $500,000 a show, and he was heavily booked. You know, I mean, I think the last major thing I saw him appear on was the Donda listening with Kanye West, where they brought Dababy out and Marilyn Manson. You know, and I think it's great to get that kind of support from Kanye, but that was three people who had, you know, the industry has found a number of different reasons why they don't want to work with them on a regular basis. I'm not sure what Charlamagne's talking about there.
I don't see it that way.
I appreciate that from you, my G, because
it.
I know you don't fuck around. Yeah, you saw it.
I saw it.
Yeah,
and
what you see now?
What did you
Yeah, we all saw it.
see?
I mean, I feel like I don't believe in cancel culture
Right.
completely, but I did feel like there was a time where you were like, it was like quiet a bit, and we weren't seeing you out as much. Because I forgot at one time you had the festival run. It was all Dababy. Like if it was
Absolutely.
a festival, it had to be you. Mixtapes dropping, music, songs, and then it just got really quiet after the whole situation. And now I feel like I see you slowly, like you're dropping your freestyles online, you're dropping the content. I watch you do that a lot. And now we're here with the tape and you're running back around. So I think it's coming back around.
Why we acting like Shake Something didn't happen?
Yeah, nah,
Shake
for
something
sure.
did happen, but no, it happened. But even with that,
happened later, but
I thought that was going to be the pop back out, and it did amazing. But even then, I think because people attach to you as a person, because you're very animated, people let to hear you talk. We didn't get that during that. You kind of did a little bit, but now your interviews, you're talking to people.
For sure,
That's
for sure.
how I perceived it. You can let me know if that's off.
With a lot of that, you correct. Except for like with the freestyles, I never stopped that. Like that was really the only thing I could do off the rip. That was my way to boom, keep doing what I'm doing. But when it come to like
Right. He started dropping a lot of his freestyles are tough. His freestyles are tough for real. 1 second applause for Dababy's freestyles.
festivals and shit like that, that shit is controlled. You know what I mean? Like somebody press the button. You know what I'm saying? Somebody press the button. You get what I'm saying? And I got to navigate my way through that. However I navigate my way through that, that ain't something I can just, But in terms of everything else, right, when it comes to like press or like how I go about marketing music or whatever, like I really got in the space to where I was falling out of love with the art, you know what I'm saying, of creating music and putting music out because of the politics and everything else that came with it. It made me, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, shit, this ain't something I even enjoy doing at this point. You get what I'm saying? I go from being an artist to a politician over fucking night. You know what I mean? I ain't no damn politician. Like that ain't never even been my brand. You get what I'm saying? Even my brand. I've always been that nigga that's gonna, I can't believe that nigga just said that. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna say something that a lot of people would think, you know what I mean, in the music, but I'm gonna say it. Before you even realize how crazy I'm talking, you already enjoying the vibe of the music or whatever. You know what I mean? And in terms of Shake Something, you is correct because my whole plan when I dropped that was to follow up immediately. We were supposed to boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean? I've never been to, drop a song and sit back and, and hold my nuts and goddamn, you know what I'm saying? And goddamn.
That's true. He's prolific. I mean, he catches a lot of criticism for that because people started to feel like Dababy could only make one song. He only had one flow and only one beat type. In a previous interview on The Breakfast Club, at that point in time, 2018, 2019, he was talking about how, I mean, my fans know I can do a lot more, but if this is working, I'm going to let it work, and then I'll just switch it up, right? And I actually respected that perspective because he is talented enough to do that. Dababy really can rap. Just go listen to Blank Blank Tape if you really want to see all the things that maybe you might have missed from Dababy over that incredible run that he had in 2020. But he's always dropping back to back to back. Like he would go like 6 months and there'd be a new Dababy project during that 2018 to 2021 run.
Yeah, look at that song I just dropped. So yeah, this is what it is. Or I would have came in and dropped Suge and sat the fuck back for 2 years like a lot of these niggas do. But I dropped my first 3 projects, you know what I'm saying, as a mainstream artist 6 months apart. Number one album. Top streaming artist in the world. Top streaming rapper in the world 2020. You know what I'm saying? So my fans have always been conditioned to receive my music in high volume. You know what I'm saying? Like I always boom, 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 boom. I don't really sit on nothing. So definitely, and like I say, like a big thing with this project, how the fuck is this a mixtape? You know what I'm saying? And just with me and how I'm living right now, the space I'm in, I'm in a era of accountability, like when it come to myself. So, I just said this shit yesterday. We're talking to somebody like, I appreciate the fans for holding me accountable and not letting me, settle and put out bullshit and get away with it. They know what they know what I got to offer.
But
I'm in an era of accountability when it comes to myself. I'm in an era of accountability when it comes to myself. Now, I love when artists say things like that, generally speaking, especially artists like Dababy, because Dababy will, I mean, he shot somebody in Walmart, and it was self-defense. Dababy will get into a fight and then be on an album cover the next day. You know what I mean? Like, And in this conversation, he talks about how he's always moving righteously. So that's why he's never worried. It's only when he's not moving righteously that he has concern for himself. But when people go through things the way the baby did, and they come back and say, things like this, I appreciate it. I mean, even when we were talking about the Lil Wayne Super Bowl thing, when he said he's working on me and he's working. I'm working on me and I'm working. That's what resonated most to me. Now, we'll see. Actions show everything, of course. But, Dababy became viewed as like the bad guy. And whether that's justified or not, I appreciate him saying he's in the air of accountability for himself. Now, he also, in this conversation, he elaborates on, where he is as a person more in this next clip. Let's take a look.
Business relationships that got fucked up through it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, we ain't talking about none of the other shit. I'm just talking about what was already on the calendar. You get what I'm saying? It was sweet. I was up out of here. I was gonna have that Tyler Perry motherfucker, that runway in the backyard.
Right.
Facts.
I wonder what you ever sat back and thought, what was the divine detour? Because, I always say things don't happen to you, they happen for you.
Absolutely.
So what do you think that was for?
It was what we touched on earlier, man. I needed to have my ass sat down and really, and really reflect on not only how far I done goddamn came and appreciate, you know what I'm saying, what I got going on so much more, but I also needed to smoke the clear, and I needed to see things clearly. I needed to see what was around me, who was around me, you know what I'm saying, what purposes I'm aiding, who I'm aiding and doing the wrong thing. You get what I'm saying? And not only that, like, just get and I needed to fucking heal and grieve, you know what I'm saying, for once from multiple things, you know what I mean? Like, I probably needed to talk to somebody at therapy before I ever even touched the motherfucking microphone. Right. You get what I'm saying? But just, the shit I done been through since then, and like I say, I'm in a season of accountability. Like, I done got away with a lot of shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, since even
a whole lot. He has Dababy has skated a lot of treacherous situations. He's avoided a lot of potholes and pitfalls out here.
Y'all done know me. I done got away with a lot of shit. So, that ain't no way. And if you get away with enough, you will get to thinking, or you will get in a space to where you think that shit is really okay. So, like I say, like, it.
Doesn't that sound like Diddy? Or what people are saying about Diddy? You get away with enough, you get to a space where you think that stuff's okay.
There's a lot of changes that need to be made, and I need to get my personal life in order. You know what I'm saying? Because I was a ticking time bomb. At any moment, I could have crashed out way harder. You get what I'm saying? At any moment. You get what I'm saying? Like if it, let's say that motherfucking busted ass Adidas would have hit me. Let's say I wouldn't have. You know what I'm saying? Another one of the viral moments from that show that night. Yeah, I would have jumped out there and punched somebody. I'd have did some punching. You get what I'm saying, or whatever. Or it's simple. If I walk out the door right now and I feel like I'm threatened or whatever, it's so many different things that could have triggered me in whatever ways that could have led to this shit going way worse and not, leaving me in a space to where I get time to reflect, where I get time to heal, where I get time to get my life organized, my business organized. You know what I'm saying? Where I get time to spend time with my kids. You know what I mean? Stop giving my attention to motherfuckers who don't deserve it and give more of that attention to my family members, you know what I'm saying, who need me, you know what I mean, my brother kids, my kids, what have you, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's so much more. The list is taller than my last. You get what I'm saying?
Change all that, though? Do you have to?
So, yeah, I mean, I like the way Dababy's talking. I think he has been through quite a lot. He's seen a lot before he even became a household name. And I feel confident saying Dababy was a household name with the run he had and the number one songs that he had. He saw a lot before he broke in the music industry. Saw a lot while he was in it and saw how quickly that light could dim or be put out, by a misstep. And he seems to recognize that he got away with a lot of stuff, man. He got away with a lot of stuff, so I'm excited to hear where he goes next. Now, there's one more clip I want to show you. Stunna for Vegas was his artist. He was signed to South Coast Records, and Dababy's distributed. He's on Interscope. South Coast is his label, and they're with Interscope. And Stunna for Vegas was next up, and they were doing. And Stunna for Vegas is dope. He can rap too. Both these guys are nice. Both of them are nice, but they were so paired together throughout Dababy's career so far. I went to a Dababy show and it was crazy in there. That joint was up. It was all the way up at the Dababy show. But Stunna for Vegas was a major part of that show. He had more time on stage than I expected him to have, because at that point in time, Dababy was still on his rise, to be honest. The two have since separated, and Dababy gives some color on where they stand now.
Around me, like I still wish a motherfucker the best, because I'm not that type of nigga. Like, I never needed to, you know what I'm saying? Like, dim somebody else's light.
Yeah.
For my light to shine bright. You know what I mean? I came in the game shedding my light on everybody.
So with that said, what happened with Stunna for Vegas?
Shit, he took a different route with his journey. You get what I'm saying? And that, you know, that's one of them. That's a nigga like right now. Like, I tell that nigga right now, like, you know, I'm happy for him, because whatever you doing now, that's what you want to be doing. That's what you'd rather be doing. I'm that type of nigga. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm that type of nigga. I ain't never, it ain't a nigga. And bruh, no, it ain't a motherfucker in this world. It's not another nigga in this world that you talking about your daddy did ever. I'm not even gonna say ever, because I don't want to wish that for him. But currently, and he know, it ain't no nigga that want to see him win the way Baby wanted to see him win. Mm-hmm. Y'all know that too. The first time y'all saw me in this bitch, who I had next to me?
Stunna for Vegas, that's right.
Come on, bro. Who I had next to me? Every question, I diverted the attention, boom, to him. Every interview, everywhere I go, it don't matter who I meet, every fan, every goddamn tastemaker, every person in the industry, when you get done talking to me and everybody wanted to talk to me, I got them, you met Stunna for Vegas, and walk off. You know what I'm saying? Do your thing. So yeah, bro, no.
Did he?
Bro, no, and he reached out to me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Not too long ago, he reached out to me.
You want to get back with the...
But like, I don't necessarily know what he want to do, but he reached out to me. I commend him for that too, but, you know, just like I told him, like, bro, that's something, you know, that's something you supposed to do on the front end. You know what I'm saying? That's something you supposed to do on the front end.
He made it public.
Yeah. I mean, what made what public? The fact that
like that, he wasn't with you no more.
Yeah. He ain't supposed to let niggas play like that. You get what I'm saying? Like, you ain't supposed to. It don't matter. You supposed to move on. You ain't supposed to stop for nobody. You ain't supposed to. If you in a situation, if you want more, I'm not. And that's the thing about me. And it don't stop with an artist or no whoever, right? Cameraman, videographer, whatever. I don't put ceilings on nobody. So if goddamn.
His videos are crazy. I understand the ludicrous comparisons, because Dababy's videos have a lot of Luda, a lot of Busta, a lot of Missy Elliott in them. So shout out to Dababy's camera people. 1 second applause.
Fucking with me, and that's what's gonna happen. If you get around me, you supposed to feel like, boy, I can do anything. That's what I do. You know? So when motherfuckers get the feeling like that, see a nigga that dim that and nah, I want you to play small, that's a fuck nigga. I've never been there. I don't fuck with little niggas. I don't fuck with, even in the streets, like, I could have been had, even now, like, I could come in here and have 100 little niggas out there ready to do anything I say. You get what I'm saying? I don't fuck with them type of little niggas. I fuck with niggas who want to goddamn go do something. Niggas who's like me, who see something and who all it takes is for them to see something, and then they feel like they can boom, go do it. So, like, with that being said, like, I don't put ceilings on nobody. So whenever anybody around me, you know, feel like that they can go further by, you know, taking their own path and not, you know what I mean? Not what I necessarily say, boy, you should do this, you should do this, you should do that, whether it's working or not. I say spread your wings, and I'm gonna be the first nigga to clap when you do it. I spent more money on artists than Interscope than spent on me. And that's facts. You know what I'm saying? Honor right here used to remind me all the time, you goddamn, like, hey, bro, like, make sure motherfuckers is goddamn great. Hey, niggas don't do shit like that. He used to tell me, like, bro, niggas don't do shit like that. Like, I'm cash $80,000 for niggas videos, you know what I'm saying? Before anybody even know this, like, a motherfucker can go from goddamn, a motherfucker could have been goddamn homeless the day before. Yo ass get.
Yeah, I mean, those are a couple of moments from the Dababy interview that dropped that stood out to me. Like I said, I'm a Dababy fan. I have a video on here called Dababy Going Outside, because I was really disappointed in how all that played out and how he handled it. And in that sense, I'm really encouraged by what I hear in this conversation. Dababy was on Empire, and I used to do a series called The Drip. This is before the death of Drip, right? Drip dead now. But it was called The Drip. And the first episode was about Dababy. It was literally about the baby. It was like a, you know, viral show. It was a social media show or whatever. And I've been rocking with him for a long time. Big shout out to Mike Thomas, man. My brother Mike Thomas down in he's in Atlanta. He's from Greenville too, but he's the one who put me on to Dababy. And ever since then, he just hit the top of the world, ran into some speed bumps. I think he learned quite a bit, and so it's great to hear him describe himself in a season of accountability. Take a listen to his mixtape. It is out now. I guess it's a project. I guess it's really an album that's called How the F Is This a Mixtape? But that's the newest Dababy that's out. Let me know how you guys feel about Dababy. Do you feel like he's been canceled? And do you think that he'll ever be able to get back to the peaks where he was previously, since, as he described it, as an organic climb back to the top? My name is Justin Hunt. Like, subscribe to the channel. Follow @thecompanyman on everything. It's all happening.
Justin Hunt is here, it's all happening. Justin Hunt is here, it's all happening. The mathematical breakdown of this mighty game of rap we in. It's boom bapping. Systematical culture views us radical, it's all happening. Shaking hands and dapping it. Life through the lens of hip hop, from trip hop to yes, y'all, you don't stop, you don't stop. Justin Hunt is here, it's all happening. It's all happening, yes, it's all happening. Justin Hunt is here, it's all happening. It's all happening, yes, it's all happening.